I want to share an experience I had that may change your entire understanding of who Jesus is and the reason that he came. I was talking to this Jewish girl who was in her mid to late 20s, and she grew up in a home where Jesus, Yeshua, was like, ooh, yuck. And I'm saying, hey, you know, if you just take Jesus and you just look at what he said and what he did instead of interpreting him through Christian doctrine and dogma and all the things, you know, that have been done in his name, he looks very different. And I'm explaining this and she goes, wow, I never heard of Jesus like that, but yeah, he sounds pretty appealing. And I said, yeah, he's real appealing when you don't look at him through doctrine and dogma. So, well, she went and talked to her rabbi. And her rabbi made her cry because he said, if you do anything with Jesus, don't ever come back here. You're not welcome. And I realized the truth of what Jesus said when he said, don't think I came to bring peace, but a sword and division, because I'm going to set a father against a son and a mother against her daughter. And I realized he came to set us free from religious indoctrination, because that culture that he was born into was possibly the most heavily religiously indoctrinated culture ever, where every baby born was indoctrinated into fear of an angry God and a sin consciousness and allegiance to the priest and a sacrificial system and the law of Moses. And you don't dare question it, because if you do, yeah, we don't want anything to do with you, or even worse, because the law of Moses actually commands, if your brother or your son or your daughter or the wife that you love or your best friend comes to you in confidence and says, you know, I mean, the priest only let us, you know, think this one thing, and we've been taught this since childhood, and, you know, let's explore some other spiritual options. He said, show them no mercy, put them to death. You must cast the first stone. And you look at Jesus through those lenses. He didn't come to start Catholic or Mormon or Jehovah Witness or Baptist or all the other Christian religions. He came to set us free from the religious indoctrination, the walls that we build in our mind, ethnically, religiously, nationalistic, and all the other things that divide us. He came to set us free from that. And if we look at him that way and we start looking at what he just actually said and did instead of what Christianity said he said and did, well, I think he may be the answer to get us out of the mess that we're in today in the world.